again, everyone. It's Todd Struch, the horror nerd. I am here at the inaugural Catastrophicon here at Reid Castle. We are having a good time so far. This venue, I must say, is really cool. When they say a castle, it is a legit castle, and it is a little bit creepy, to be honest. Speaking of creepy, I have the honor and pleasure of sitting here with my friend Amanda Krueger herself, Beatrice Boepple. Beatrice, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Todd. How are you?
I am great. It's about 5,000 degrees. But
except in this cool room.
I don't, even here now it's starting to warm up. I don't do well in the heat. Fat guys and heat, no.
Well, yeah, heat and nuns' habits don't do well either. So that's why I was in and out of that habit. And, you know, I took that habit right off of me. Yeah.
It's a good habit, though. You know, there's some bad habits. That's a good habit.
Well, sometimes it's a little dirty, but, you know, dirty habits. Anyway, sorry.
Welcome to Pun Fest 2023, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes.
So, how have you been? It's been a little while since I saw you.
Yeah, I've actually been super busy.
Busy is good.
Yeah, tons of different conventions this year. This is my year to go, because now I'm an empty nester. So I have the time, and also doing a little bit of in front of the camera action with a few indie films. I did this amazing, it's going to be like fabulous film called The Dead Place, directed by an awesome director, Michael Pickle, starring David Howard Thornton,
nice.
Art the Clown. Everyone knows Art the Clown. And in this one, he plays a very evil character as well, but his character speaks in this one. So you're going to see another whole level of David Howard Thornton's acting. I play a dead grandma. So you'll have to see. It's just a little cameo, but they flew me out to LA to do it. So we had a great time. I'm really looking forward to that. And then there's a bunch of other indie films coming out that I'm looking forward to this year. Yeah.
Nice.
Because of SAG, we're not supposed to talk about it, I hear. Although not that, well, anyway.
Yeah, so that was the news of the day yesterday, the SAG strike on the heels of the writers' strike. So, yeah, we all of us convention folk were wondering, like, what is that going to mean? Like,
yeah.
But I understand people can do appearances; they just can't promote any current project, or whatever. So,
yeah. So
hopefully that gets resolved.
Yeah.
To everyone's satisfaction.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I am glad in some ways. You know, I support the actors supporting the writers because we're, you know, it's all a team. You know, whether it's an indie film or not, we all need each other. You know, it's not a one-man show. So
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And you know, it's so interesting. I mean, the whole streaming thing really did change the whole landscape.
Huge.
I don't think anybody really knows what to do.
Right.
You know?
I mean, it certainly makes for, you know, unending opportunity in a lot of ways. Not necessarily unending quality, but, you know, but there's, I mean, the streaming whole, yeah, I'm not really saying much. I'm sort of babbling, going, because I don't really know where it's going to go. You know, there's good things to the streaming. There's potentially not so good things.
Yeah.
But,
listen, I'm always going to be a theater guy. I still love the theater experience.
Yeah, right?
Big screen,
nothing like
popcorn,
it. Yeah. The popcorn,
soda, you know.
Yeah, and then the lights going down. Right. I mean, there's just something so magical about that. You know, those lights going down, being in that big room. I wouldn't trade it. No.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And no matter how big a TV I have or how good a sound system, it's just not the same.
It's not. And I got to tell you, I had actually never seen my own Nightmare on Elm Street 5 on a big screen. I wasn't around when they did the premiere. I think I had already flown off to Taiwan or India or something, so I missed it. So the first time I saw it on anything other than my own TV screen was at the Mahoning Drive-In.
Yes.
They had that Freddy Fest, and I got to see myself like on this big old screen. It was pretty awesome. That was really fun. Every time my scenes would come on, I'd like run in front of the big screen and reenact, and the cars would be honking and the people would be cheering. We had so much fun.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So the first time we spoke, the first time we did an interview, you had talked about, you know, you just were kind of getting back out into the public eye. And how has it been? Like, it seems to be like a little overwhelming. Like, people really embraced you and your character and everything. I see all the pictures you post from all your appearances, and everyone's just having a blast. I know we did at my show.
Right? Yeah.
It was fun.
You know, it's who knew, right? I had no idea. I mean, I was brand new to cons. I mean, I think when we interviewed, you know, that was like maybe my 4th or 5th con and ever. And you know, I've been doing a lot more now that my kids are out of the house as an empty nester, and it's been a fantastic opportunity to get to meet fans, meet other people in the horror community, learn to really love this community. But I do also personally have such a fondness for the character Amanda Krueger. I've carried that character for like 34 years, and I feel that she's definitely an underrated character in the franchise. You know, she's the mother of Freddy Krueger, and moms got to get the respect they deserve. She's the only character that he's scared of, and she originally was the one that was going to destroy him. You know, and then they rewrote it so that his hand comes out of my stomach. Not that they need any excuse. I mean, they can revive any dead person any which way. They can have a dog pee on whatever that was, and to make him come back. But it was, the more I thought about it, like, if there ever was to be an end, like a final end to Freddy, you can't have one of the other guys kill him. Like, you can't be Jason or Michael. Like, that could never be, because then they're stronger than him. No. It could be maybe a team of people, but also the mom. Like, that makes a lot of sense. I think for fans, like, nobody would be upset with that, because it's just kind of poetic justice. She brought him in and she destroys him, and she is the one thing he's scared of, and she can also come from the dead and appear. But I've just grown to love her, and what I'm wanting to do in getting more involved with conventions and such is, well, pay for my kids' college. That's part of it.
Oh, tell me about it, please.
That's huge. Getting to meet fans, which is also really important to me, really huge. Travel is nice, although I can't say that I get to see too much of the places I travel, because I'm usually inside the convention. But the other part is to bring more awareness to the character of Amanda Krueger. I just love her, and and that's what my book's about. Did we talk about my book back then? Did I have it?
I don't remember. But then again, I don't remember what I had for breakfast today. But by all means.
Yeah. Well, so
let's talk about it.
So this was this is a labor of love. The Krueger Curse, Nightmare Before Elm Street, which I often will by accident say Nightmare Before Christmas, and but
that's it. We are now going to get sued.
No, sorry, no, Nightmare Before Elm Street, and this I had written it during the pandemic, and this is the backstory to Nightmare on Elm Street. It's the backstory. It's Freddy's childhood, but it goes even a little bit back, even before he was born, even before Amanda was born. It kind of sets up the Krueger's curse, how the family was cursed for generations, and then what brought Amanda to become a nun, what it was like having to give him up for adoption, and then the relationship, because as an actor, we do our background work, and the script, I know I gave him up for adoption. I know how he was born. We all know how he came to be, but he's scared of her, and he clearly knows who his mom is. So they must have had some kind of relationship, but we don't see any of that in the film. So this kind of gives that background, and it goes through his whole life as we saw in the movies up until he's burned by the parents and she kills herself. Where this book ends is where Nightmare on Elm Street, the movies all begin. But it's told from the perspective of a man. That's first Jason is over there, Ari Lehman. He screams and he's just jealous, because anytime Freddy gets attention, Ari gets all, he has to take the focus away. Ari. But anyway. Anyways. So, oh my God. Oh, he's doing an interview right now too, so we're competing. We went out for dinner last night, and he's like, well, anyway. Okay, so Nightmare on Elm Street. So this has amazing, can you hold my mic for a second here?
I can.
This has amazing artwork by phenomenal artists. Joe St. Pierre. Here's the rape scene. and then my favorite picture. But in this, you learn maybe why there's the jump rope girls appearing. You learn a lot of stuff that you wouldn't know. Oops. So I don't know if the camera can catch this, but it's
we'll get it. Don't worry.
You'll get it. Yeah. So you can see the moon and all the stuff, and it has the whole Krueger family tree. Anyway, so this is my labor of love. It's for the fans and for Amanda Krueger, and it's available when you come to any show I'm at, and also on my website, which is my name, BeatriceBoepple.com. But yeah, so those are my reasons for doing this con circuit, which I'm loving. I love the people. You get to meet crazy guys like this one.
Hey.
Okay, no, he's not crazy. He's very sedate and calm and kind of shy.
Very.
I'm trying to help bring him out of his little shell, because you're just you got to open up, dude. You just got, and you got to be more open to experiences, not so.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm always hiding, and he just
not
wearing outrageous
outfits. He's just very sedate and whatever.
I'd like to point out how my daughter behind the camera is so completely unimpressed.
She's rolling her eyes. She's like,
disinterested.
Okay.
Just Dad, let me just know when to push the button.
Exactly. This reminds me of my son.
I'm a teenager and I am way too cool for school.
Yeah.
See, she's nodding her eyes.
Yeah. It's the same with my boys. My boys delete my social posts. They're like, Mom, it's embarrassing. You're too old. You shouldn't be doing this stuff. You don't know what you're doing. My friends see it and you embarrass me, Mom. That's what I get.
That is our job in life as parents, though.
To embarrass the heck out of these ones.
Whenever we can.
Yeah.
So, one last question, although I could talk to you all day.
Right?
I literally could.
We could, yeah.
You also are doing a podcast.
Oh, yes.
Right now.
Yes.
I did manage to watch a couple of episodes. It's really cool.
Isn't
it's
it fun?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and that's with my dear friend John Henderson. DK and the B is our podcast. Doomsday Crypt is the DK. And John Henderson, who is the master, the one-eyed beast of Doomsday Crypt, also has another one, DK and the Schwag with Brett Wagner. We interview a lot of other people in horror, a lot of actors. We've had a lot of Elm Street people, obviously, because those are my pals, but we've also interviewed a lot of other fun people, and we have fun little contests, and we just goof around and have fun. We're gonna have Grandpa behind us here, sneak in front of the camera. Woo! Oh no!
Grandpa
himself, John Dugan is here. He's going to be on our show. We have all kinds of fun people. So, yeah. But
don't worry, we'll get to you. Don't worry.
He's going to be next. But Todd, I want to thank you so much for bringing up the podcast, because I can't say enough about John Henderson and Doomsday Crypt. He is one of the silent behind-the-scenes guys. Well, not so much. He also does the podcast, but he supports the horror community so strongly by, he recognizes all these different vendors and their work. He commissions stuff, he buys stuff, and he'll sell it for them, but he also tries to get their name out there, and then he'll also commission things for a lot of actors that he tries to support. So he's supporting us by creating cool pieces for us, and then he's promoting the artists who make them, and all around just a great guy. So Doomsday Crypt, you got to follow that.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's one thing that I always say about the horror community is, for the most part, we all do stick together.
Yeah.
And we help each other.
For sure.
Yeah. But
really
I think that's so cool that you have your podcast.
Yeah. Actually, isn't it right here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. You can zoom in on this.
Doomsdaycrypt.com.
Yeah. And then where's my DK? DK and the Bees Horror Buzz. That's our podcast. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How does one go about being a guest on your podcast? Curious. I might know some people.
Oh, okay. Well, just shoot us a line. Email me, text me, find me on Facebook. We'd love to have fun, interesting people.
I will.
And if you are on our show, you have to answer one mystery question, because we always have these 3 questions that the guests have to answer on the spot. And if you have a pet, we like to feature your pet. But we do fun, goofy things. We do.
Awesome. So, I am an open book, so now I'm curious. Let's see what my mystery question.
What would your mystery mystery question be? We'll try to bring you again. We'll try to bring you out of that shy little shell of yours.
Very shy.
He just wears, the white gray suit, and just reads.
Very boring.
Smithsonian and has tea. Does that describe you well?
Yes, it does. In fact, that's what we're going to do after we get done here.
Get back into your suit and have some tea and read some Smithsonian. I don't know why that's what came to mind.
Beatrice, how can people follow? You are very fan-friendly.
Yes, I am.
I've noticed. So
I am.
Tell the fans out there where they can find you on social media, and any last words you have for the fans out there.
My last words and my first words to the fans are always, we love you, I love you, I thank you so much. I know 100% I wouldn't be here. None of these old films would be around if it wasn't for you guys and your love and support of horror. So it's about you, and I'm not just saying that, that's the truth. So thank you. And yes, follow me. My name, Beatrice Boepple, is what you need to mostly remember. Facebook, I think, is just Beatrice Boepple. Instagram, I think, is, let me look at my card so I can tell you. On Instagram, it's Beatrice, whatever that thing is, _Boepple _Elm Street. My website, if you want to buy any of my fun, cool products or my book, my merch is beatriceboepple.com. And at TikTok, I also am Beatrice _Boepple NOES for Nightmare on Elm Street. So, or just ask Todd. Say,
yes.
How do we find her? And Todd's address, you can find it in the bathroom. Oops.
Who do you think put it there? For a good time, call me.
Yeah, how did he get into the girls' room? But, Oh, I know how he did. With that outfit.
Yes. Oh, my God. Anyway, Beatrice, thank you again for a few minutes of your time.
Oh, absolutely.
It is always an absolute pleasure to see you, and I mean that.
Okay.
I really do.
Thank you.
And thanks for just bringing Amanda Krueger back to our consciousness.
Thank you.
And just for being there for the fans.
All right. Well, thank you.
Awesome. Beatrice Boepple, everybody, here at the inaugural Catastrophicon here at Reid Castle. This is Todd Struch, the Horror Nerd, signing off. We will see all of you in the next interview.